Coming up on E! News Daily, the Southern California fires have claimed celebrity homes. Heidi Fleiss wants you to call her. And kids, don't try this at home unless it's Halloween.
And it's so comfortable.
Yes, I'm sure.
These stories and more up next on E! News Daily. Hello, everybody. I'm Bianca. This is E! News Daily, our 30-minute look at the latest in entertainment news. Country singer Dwight Yoakam is one of the victims of the Southern California wildfires. His ranch house in Malibu was leveled. However, the house is not Yoakam's main residence. The singer's 4 horses were saved. The Orange County home of former astronaut Buzz Aldrin was also damaged. Rap star Hammer viewed the fires from an airplane.
When you're close to it and you have family and people involved, it's a real tragedy. You know, your dreams and memorabilia and everything just burning down all in the moment. Everything's is gone all of a sudden. So, you know, it's a real sad situation. And, you know, your prayers and best wishes, you know, go out to the people who suffer.
The homes of actor Tom Selleck, director Steven Spielberg, and actress Sophia Loren were also threatened by the fires, but were spared. In all, the fires have damaged nearly 600 homes. Congress is investigating media company mergers. Executives from Viacom and Paramount testified Wednesday that a merger of TCI and Bell Atlantic should be blocked. They claim TCI is already too powerful. TCI owns interests in 25 cable networks and 16 regional sports channels. Senator Bob Kerrey endorsed the merger, saying it would push technology forward. The Miramax Pictures film Into the West opened to critical praise but disappointing audiences. After initially marketing it as a family movie, Miramax has taken the unusual step of changing its strategy. Amy Powell has a story.
Can we have something to eat?
Yeah.
Thanks.
The movie tells the story of 2 Irish city kids who become contemporary cowboys when they rescue a magical horse and take off on an adventure. When the film opened in September, most of the marketing was aimed at kids.
Kids everywhere are cheering for Into the West.
Great! It was fantastic.
But as it turned out, adults liked the film more than kids.
The critics are giving Into the West 2 thumbs up.
The new spots feature stars Ellen Barkin and Gabriel Byrne. This time, the company wants adults to leave the kids at home.
Michael Jordan is the latest celebrity to tell his story to the talk show host Oprah Winfrey.
When you do something that take people by shock, first thing you're going to do is start to speculate. You know that. I mean, it just happens in this business.
On Friday's show, Jordan discusses his surprise retirement from basketball and denies he quit because of gambling problems. The former Chicago Bull says he planned to retire after the Bulls won their 3rd straight championship last season. He also talks about the recent murder of his father. Paula Poundstone is the latest comedian to make the transition to television. She has her own comedy series on ABC.
This is my bedroom, and this is my sleeping area right here.
The Paula Poundstone Show features sketches, music, and interviews with non-celebrities.
It's probably somewhere a slice between a talk show and a variety show. The problem is, either one of those labels are the kiss of death.
Portions of the program are taped before a studio audience. The Paula Poundstone Show premieres Saturday. Scott Baio is back in a new television series. This time he's sharing top billing with a TV veteran from a different generation.
Where's Dr. Sloan? I can't get through to his office.
He's around here somewhere. I get caught breaking into the hospital pharmacy when I was a little boy, and the guy who busts me is Dick Van Dyke's character named Mark Sloan. And he takes a liking to me, and he goes to bat for me in court, and he lets me do community service in his hospital. And in turn, I start liking the, medical process. And he puts me through school.
8 episodes have been completed. If the ratings are good, Baio expects CBS will order more. The series airs Friday. Coming up on E! News Daily, Madonna is making enemies in Puerto Rico, and Pearl Jam is making music history. We'll explain when we come back. In a London court Thursday, George Michael testified his record label deliberately killed his album Listen Without Prejudice. Michael says Sony wanted to teach him a lesson because he refused to appear in music videos promoting the album. He's suing Sony to get out of his contract. Madonna's concert in Puerto Rico had fans walking away, wanting their money back. Some ticket holders say they were turned away from the Girly Show concert Tuesday night. They were told seats were no longer available. For those who did see the show, Madonna allegedly wiped off her sweat with a Puerto Rican flag and then used it as a prop for an obscene gesture. One political figure is urging the government to file charges. HBO subscribers will be able to see Madonna's Girly Show next month. The cable channel will telecast her concert from Sydney, Australia on November 20th. There's one band you'll be hearing a lot about in the next few weeks, Pearl Jam. Hits Magazine's David Adelson tells us why.
The reality of Pearl Jam's first week in the stores actually exceeded the hype. You may remember last week's E! News Week in Review when we wondered how many copies of Versus Pearl Jam would sell in its first week out. At number 2, it's Meatloaf's Bat Out of Hell 2. It ruled last week, but was reduced to mincemeat by this week's number 1, Pearl Jam's Versus. We knew it was going to be big, but this big?
That's a quick look at what's happening in the music industry this week. From Pearl Jam Central, I'm David Adelson of Hits Magazine for E! News Daily.
Country singer Charlie Pride went back into the studio for the first time in 3 years. The result is his 51st album, Pride, My 6th Latest and 6th Greatest.
I remember walking with my daddy through his weathered fields of grain.
Just for the Love of It is the first single off the album.
Basically, it's about a boy and his dad, and you're growing up and you ask your dad, why don't you sell this place? And, you know, trying to get him. And my dad, we grew up on a farm, and I can relate to that.
Pride, My 6th Latest and 6th Greatest features guest appearances from country artists including Travis Tritt, and the album is in stores now. Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas is an animated fairy tale with an array of unusual characters. Bringing them to life was no easy task.
It's a very special person who can be an animator, you know, because it requires a lot of patience, and it requires you to be an artist. The artistic impulse, which is more spontaneous to me, and then the patience required are very hard things to integrate. And it takes a special, crazy person to do it.
What's this? Basically what you do is you pose Jack, take a picture of him, you repose him, you might raise an...
So now correct me if I'm wrong. This looks like fun, this looks like fun. Oh, could it be I got my wish?
To do a smile, they have to go like, they have a head that's here, they take it off, they put on a head that's here, they take it off, they put on a head here. Amazing.
Surprised, aren't you? I knew you would be.
Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas opens nationwide Friday. Don't watch our next segment if you're easily terrified. We'll explore the dearly departed, a man buried alive 5 days with a python, and an E! News reporter with a hideous skin disease.
Pulls your skin right off.
A good Halloween costume is one thing, but getting scary makeup just right on the big night can be terrifyingly difficult. For advice, Greg Agnew called on experts who know a few things about monsters.
Halloween brings out the worst in some people, but for the folks at KNB Effects Group, it's just another monstrous day. From a warehouse in suburban Los Angeles, KNB creates creatures for horror and fantasy movies like the recent Army of Darkness and the upcoming In the Mouth of Madness. Howard Berger, the B of KNB, says easy, safe, and scary makeups are available for about $20. Most materials can be found at grocery and drugstores.
Magic stores are a really good place to go find makeup supplies because a lot of high schools have to go there to magic stores to buy stuff for the school plays, like grease paint or what works well if you want to do like wrinkly skin or like a zombie, liquid latex. You can just ask the guy on the counter, you know, I'd like some liquid latex.
As the old expression goes, we learn by doing. So I agreed to become one of Howard's zombies. Step one, a touch of witch hazel.
And it's just kind of a cleanser for the face, and it just takes off the natural oils. And you can buy this at a drugstore or any of that stuff.
Next comes the creation of wrinkles.
This is liquid latex, which you can get at a novelty store, makeup store. And it's just stippled on with a white latex sponge, which you can get at a makeup store too. And stretched on, and the face is stretched. It's going to stretch, and then you use a hair dryer to help with the wrinkleage. Okay. So you're starting to get this neat little tightness and stuff. And you volunteered for this, huh?
Yeah. And it's so comfortable.
Yes, I'm sure. So what we want to do here is to make some like rotted holes. Take your finger and just rub it along like that, so you've got skin peeling up. It's like zombies are rotted. This can be an early stage of decay.
Spielberg wants to always use extra caution when applying makeup around the eyes and mouth. A little powder will prevent the eyelid from sticking to itself once the latex is applied. Once the latex is dry, it's time for some color.
This is a professional makeup palette, but you can find something similar to this, different colors. There's a makeup, Ben Nye makeup, which is a pretty standard theatrical makeup. And they come in all these different colors. You could just ask the guy at the makeup store for them. And what's good is you start with a base, which in this case is going to be your flesh tone. And then I'm going to work reds in and greens and other blues and stuff like that. And
decaying colors.
Yeah, the good decaying colors.
Just when you're looking kind of dead to the world, it's time for some finishing touches of blood. K&B makes their own, but you can achieve the same effect by mixing red food coloring with flour. Although the makeup you use this Halloween may not be as elaborate... Hey, I'm over here. May not be as elaborate as the Hollywood special effects kind, there is one big advantage. It's a lot easier to clean off. Wet a towel with warm water and wipe carefully around the eyes and mouth. Next, it's time to tear your skin off.
Now, what you can do is grab this latex, start pulling away. Pulls your skin right off. And this just peels right away. Just like that. It's very easy stuff. There we go. And just pull off around the eye. You just have like a skin, alien skin.
Burger recommends detachol or any other oil-based remover, followed by a healthy dose of soap and water. The makeup master has a stern warning. Don't sleep in your makeup. You'll wake up with a pillow stuck to your face. So that's it. Have fun, be safe this year, and hey, let's be careful out there. In Los Angeles, I'm Greg Agnew for E! News Daily.
Still to come on E! News Daily, an award show for infomercials. And you can call Heidi Fleiss if you want her boxer shorts. Heidi Fleiss, the alleged Hollywood madam, now has an 800 number. She's selling her own line of lingerie and men's underwear. Fleiss provides a toll-free number to take orders.
Get your credit card out and ready to order my limited supply of 100% natural boxers. They're going to be available in 3 designs. They're all the softest flannel. Remember to press 0 when ready to order. Safe sex.
Fleiss is due in court November 19th for a pretrial hearing on drug and pandering charges. Infomercials are TV ads that look like actual shows. The industry's best were honored at the National Infomercial Marketing Association Awards in Las Vegas Wednesday.
We've forgotten what we're capable of. We've forgotten what our dreams were.
Personal Power 4 took home the trophy for Best Documer. And finally, the newly opened Treasure Island in Las Vegas brought a spectacular close to its 3-day grand opening. The resort blew up the Dunes Hotel. A demolition team assembled $1 million worth of fireworks and explosives to bring down the 23-story building. Mirage Resorts purchased the bankrupt Dunes earlier this year. The festivities began with cannon shots fired from a nearby pirate ship aimed at the Dunes. Simultaneously, the hotel came crashing down in flames and explosions. From all of us at E! News Daily, thanks for watching. Stay with us. There's much more to come on E! The entertainment news and information.